Welcome to Chatty English Studio.
Hey there, friends. And welcome back to Chatty English Studio, your favorite corner for real, everyday English learning.
I'm Sean. And let me ask you something. Have you ever paused in the middle of a conversation, knowing what you want to say, but not quite sure how to say it naturally?
Or maybe you've studied English for years, but when it comes to chatting with family, friends, or even coworkers, your words feel awkward or just a little textbook.
You're definitely not alone. And today, we've got something that can help. We're sharing 50 practical English phrases that native speakers use every day. Phrases that can help you sound more fluent and confident starting right now.
And don't worry, we're not just giving you a list. We'll explain what each phrase means, when to use it, and show you how it sounds in real-life conversations, the kind you'd have at home, in a cafe, or even at work.
So think of today's episode like your daily English workout. Short, powerful, and super practical.
Ready to boost your speaking confidence? Let's jump right in.
Let's start at home, where real, relaxed conversations happen. Like when something goes wrong, a sink is leaking, or the Wi-Fi's out. I'll usually say, "Let me take care of it."
I love that phrase. It's like saying, relax. I've got this.
Exactly. Or in the morning, if someone looks tired, I'll ask, "Did you sleep okay?"
It's such a kind way to check in. My go-to at home is, can you give me a hand? Like when I'm trying to carry 6 grocery bags at once.
Classic. And it works for anything. Dinner, moving furniture, fixing stuff. Super useful.
All right, switching gears. Let's talk about making plans with friends.
One of my favorites is just, "Are you free this weekend?" It opens the door without pressure.
Yeah. And if it's been a while, I'll say, let's catch up. It's my way of saying, I miss hanging out with you.
And when someone invites me to something fun, I usually say, "I'm in."
What if you're not in?
Then I go with, "I'll have to pass." It sounds polite, not rude.
That's a good one. Especially when you're trying to say no without killing the vibe.
You know when you're waiting at the bus stop and it's sunny for once? I'll say something like, "Lovely weather today, isn't it?"
Totally. It's such a friendly way to start a conversation.
Or if I'm at a local market or cafe, I might ask, "Do you live around here?"
That's a great opener. And if I don't hear what someone says clearly instead of, huh? Or what? I'll say, sorry, I didn't get that.
Sounds way more polite.
Or sometimes I'll say, let me check, if I need to look something up before answering.
And when someone says thank you, no problem at all, just rolls off the tongue. It's chill, friendly, and sincere.
All right, let's imagine you're traveling or just out in the city. One phrase I use a lot when I'm lost. Excuse me, could you point me in the right direction?
So polite and so helpful. If someone asks me for directions and I don't know, I'll say, "Sorry, I'm not from around here."
Oh, and when you're running late, the classic is, I'm stuck in traffic.
Or the optimistic version, "I'm almost there." Even if you're 10 minutes away, you know how it is.
And when you finally arrive, thanks for waiting. It shows you appreciate their patience.
Let's say you're at a cafe. A supernatural way to order is, "Can I get a latte, toast, etc., please?"
And if you want to try something new, what do you recommend?
Love that. Or if your food hasn't come and it's been a while, you can politely ask, "Excuse me, could you check on my order?"
And of course, when you leave, say, that was delicious. Thank you.
Now, sometimes conversations get a little awkward. Like when you forget someone's name, I'll just say, "I'm so sorry. Could you remind me of your name?"
Been there? Or when you want to say something honest but gentle, you can say, I hope you don't take this the wrong way.
If you need to change the topic because something's uncomfortable. Anyway, speaking of something else,
And when someone opens up to you and you want to support them, say, I'm here if you need anything.
If you're taking a class and something's unclear, instead of saying, I don't understand, say, could you go over that one more time?
Or, do you have an example? It helps a lot when you're learning something abstract.
And when you want to join in or share an idea, can I add something?
Teachers also love hearing, that really helped. Thank you.
Let's be real. A lot of our English happens in texts. One of my favorites is, no rush, just wanted to check in.
It's friendly but respectful of someone's time. Another one I use is, let me know if anything changes.
Oh, and the classic, sorry for the late reply. Because, well, we all do it sometimes.
And when making loose plans, you can always say, I'll keep you posted. Now let's move into the workplace or classroom, where things get a little more structured.
If someone asks what I'm doing, I'll say, I'm working on it. It shows I'm on top of it, even if I'm still figuring it out.
And when you need more time to answer someone's question, I'll get back to you, is a lifesaver.
My favorite for meetings is, let's circle back to that. It's a smooth way to pause a topic and return to it later.
Also, when you want to speak during a discussion, do you mind if I ask a question? Sounds polite and professional.
Totally. And when I agree with someone's idea or suggestion, I usually say, that sounds fair.
Here's a situation we all face, asking for help without sounding demanding.
Yep. I usually say, would you mind helping me out? It's respectful and soft.
Or if I don't want to rush someone, I'll say, whenever you have a chance. Like, could you send me the file? Whenever you have a chance.
And don't forget to follow up with, thanks, I really appreciate it. People love being appreciated.
Now let's talk about how to express emotions or reactions more naturally.
When I'm feeling a bit sick but not terrible, I'll say, I'm feeling a bit under the weather.
And when someone shares happy news, I always respond with, I'm so glad to hear that. It shows you care.
If I bump into someone or make a small mistake, I just say, I didn't mean to. It's honest and gentle.
Or when we disagree but want to stay respectful, I'll say, let's agree to disagree.
Let's wrap this up with a few confidence-boosting lines.
When someone shares a thoughtful opinion, you can say, that's a good point. It makes people feel heard.
And if someone explains something well, I might say, I see what you mean.
If someone's feeling embarrassed or nervous, I'll say, it's not a big deal. Or, that happens to everyone.
And to give someone a boost before a challenge, nothing beats, you've got this.
Or, let's do this, when you're hyping yourself up. All right, that's a wrap on 50 useful, natural English phrases, all from real-life situations you'll actually use with family, friends, coworkers, and even strangers.
And if one of these phrases really stood out to you, let us know in the comments. Or better yet, tag us in a practice video. We'd love to hear how you're using them.
And here's a simple challenge. Watch this episode again sometime this week and practice the phrases out loud with us. Use shadowing, repeat what we say, and try them in your own conversations.
You'll be surprised how quickly your speaking improves. Just 10 minutes a day can build real fluency, one phrase at a time.
Fluency isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent, being brave, and speaking up, even when it feels scary.
Thanks so much for spending time with us here at Chatty English Studio. We're proud of you and excited to see how far you'll go.
Until next time, stay confident, stay kind, and keep speaking English every day.